Welcome back. This is the 10th installment of the Perilous Adventures of Kristubs. Funny thing, I actually just spent 10, maybe 12 minutes of live commentary when only 30 seconds of it was recorded. I was wondering why Fraps was telling me that I had a really high frame rate in the top left, but I decided to, not really question it too much and just be happy about it. But looks like I probably should have questioned it, but that's alright. I don't mind redoing all of this. This is for you guys, and we do have a lot of exciting things to talk about in this episode. This is probably the most I have done off of camera, and I'm going to probably keep my back to the wall that my back is to, try to as much as I can, because that's probably the biggest surprise over there. Oh, I got a bucket of lava. I got a lot of glass. And as you can see, I've done something with these piston making and redstone repeaters, and actually getting some redstone. And as you can see, there's no longer a door here. I'll show you that in a second. Just go in this room real quick. I have patched some things up in here because this goes down to the mine shaft, and covered up the drop point so that way I don't accidentally fall. And as you can see, it's the same thing as the other one, except it's just a larger shaft, because the other one was like a 2x4, I want to say, and this one's a 2x6. I don't really want to drop down there. I haven't done hardly anything down there. Like I guessed, it actually was connecting to that huge mine shaft from the two-part episode from that last episode. And let's back out of here because I don't want to show you what's in that other room. And hopefully there's no bad guys down here, because last time it was poorly lit up. But I have made myself a chest room. And this is what I like to do. I like to do it like this because the chest has its own level. And I just think that it's a more practical way of storing your chests. I think you can store more like this, because if you had a room like this and it was flat, you couldn't place a chest right here and then a chest right there. Like you just couldn't place as many chests. So this allows you to place more chests, and basically all is going to go into these chests are things that I don't use that often. I mean, I use for building, but it's things that I don't use a lot, but I get a ton of it. So that's what this room is going to be for. I'm not going to place things that I use a lot in here, because then it would just be a hassle. Shoot, how am I going to do this? Close. Okay. So yeah, I still have most of my regular stuff in here. I don't think that this furnace was up here, but I needed the second one, so I just decided to put that up there. Made some changes in the front here. I've put a gate around, so that way I can be more protected while I'm out here. And there's 3 opening gates, so that way if I want to go this way, that way, or that way, I have an option. And also, if I don't want to use the gate, I can use that and just hop up on there and get out like that. So now I don't think that there's much of any other changes. I'm going to cut this off for just a sec, sleep, and I will be back. Okay, it's morning. We're gonna head outside, and an Enderman is stealing some leaves. That sneaky Enderman. Gonna head out here, walk this way, get ourselves some distance from our new building. And are you guys ready for it? Here we go. Yep, it is a large extension, very, very large extension, and you might be wondering what's going on in there, and that's good. I'm glad that you're wondering what's going on in there, because there are some exciting things actually going on in there. And I mean, it took me some time to make this, and let's just go ahead and get started, show you guys what's going on in there. So I have made myself an auto wheat farm. I know I had talked about doing this episodes ago, probably episode 5 it was, and I just had other things on my mind to do for the episode. I've got so much on my mind to do, and I finally just said, you know what, I'm tired of searching for cows. I'm going to make myself an auto wheat farm. Now, I take no credit in making this wheat farm. Like I used a video on YouTube, which I will probably put up in the as an annotation, and it's going to be in the description to this guy's channel and the video. and I really like this layout. It's very practical. It allows you to have the most minimal chance of trampling your crops. And the person who actually came up with the idea, his YouTube name is Shorty Stop. Like I said, you will see a link for him in the description and in the annotation. And basically, like, what these are here for is so that you can stand up here and plant or till, I think it's called till, the soil, and you will never fall down there. The glass is here so that I can see what, like, on this side, if I'm right here trying to do here, so I can see what needs to be done over there. And then all the other glass, like back here, is just so I can show you guys how I've wired it and things of that nature. And there's a back entrance, so I can get up on top of this glass and show you guys that pretty easily. And then basically there's just pistons back here that are extended, and that water is sitting on top of the extended piston, the extended part. So basically the pistons are turned on right now, and when I flip this switch, it's going to actually turn the pistons off, so they'll retract, and then the water is going to flow down, get all the crops, go into this right here, and then all come down to this point right here. It's very, very convenient. Makes it so much easier, because when you try to actually farm, you're going to step on the crops. You're going to have to pick everything up, and I mean, it's just, this method is just so good. So why don't we, while we're waiting for these crops to grow and get into action, so I can, because I haven't even used it yet. This is brand new. Even with that failed thinking I was recording for 10 minutes part, they still haven't grown yet. So we're going to go around here, go through this door, and voila, we're up top. So there's the extended piston. It's right underneath that dirt block, and there's one for every channel. So basically, oh, and then underneath these cobblestone bricks is where the water is placed that actually irrigates the crops. And then, I didn't know this, but you can have blocks on top of the water and it still works, so that's cool. That's how that all works out. So yeah, basically, you can see, do I have any glass on me? No, I would break this glass, but I don't have any glass on me. Basically, you can see that there are dirt blocks in between each piston. So there's the piston extended, a dirt block, and then just water, still water all along here. Redstone repeater right here, because redstone can only travel for 15 blocks, I believe it is. Don't right click it or anything. I mean, you don't need to delay it. And then these just go all the way and power the pistons. If you guys would really like for me to do a tutorial, I'm pretty sure I can accomplish that. And redstone wiring just goes all the way over here, and my switch is just on the other side right there. The only thing that was difficult for me was that this guy made this, for him, he made it a underground layout, and so I had to do a lot of just kind of, because when you're cutting out, it's different when you're cutting something out as opposed to when you're filling something in. I mean, they're basically the opposite. That's the only reason why it was difficult. And I think if you guys want to do an above ground layout like this as well, it might be a little difficult for you. Not saying that, you know, it is. Maybe you're just 10 times smarter than me. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings at all. I mean, if I had trouble with it, you know, somebody out there might as well have trouble with it. So I have no problem showing that to you guys. I think I might do that for the next episode, or make this do it in this episode. I mean, it would be nice to have even more crops to use and stuff like that. I mean, I've already got the layout, and I'm pretty sure what I would be doing is just making a second story to it. And it would be different because when you're doing a second story, you pretty much need floating water Or wait, would I need floating? I don't know. I'd have to kind of mess around with it at first. Make sure you know, I had it all down pat to where I could just tell it to you guys in one shot and not mess up. And then I'd show that to you guys. So this episode probably won't come out for a little while. But these crops are almost all grown. So we're going to go ahead and stop the video for a second here and come back when they're fully grown. And we're going to test this out, both of us, for the first time. And I think what I would actually want to do for you guys is be up here when I flip that switch. So you guys will be able to see exactly what's going on. So I will see you guys momentarily. Okay, we're back here, and we are getting a little bit of lag. These spiders really like to sit right outside this window. And this is not Call of Duty where I can hit them, or even if their feet stick through. Wow, they really do like to sit outside this window. Alright, so let's try and see if I can hit this switch from up here. Of course I can't. How about we just hit the switch and we'll watch the water flow. And then I didn't really want to pick any up yet. But I will go show you guys. Wow, I'm getting some terrible frame rate right now. Saw that creeper over there. Trying to avoid him. Looks like another one. But as you can see, the pistons are not extended now. They are retracted, and the water is freely flowing. And I'm sure at this point all of the stuff is down there. And let's take a look. We have 1 wheat and 2 seeds. And now we have 41 wheat and 54 seeds. So let's go ahead and hit that switch, turn the water off. Pistons are now expanded. And I need to go upstairs and grab my hoe. And I'll show you guys. Well, from what the guy said, you don't really have to, usually water doesn't destroy the tilling of the land. So we'll go ahead and check that out now. It actually appears that most of it stayed there. So all you have to do basically is just walk here and hit your right click a lot, and then go over here and right click, and come over here, and we'll just do it from over here. Right click and right click and over here, right click. Oops, missed one there. Wow, this is great. I didn't even have to I was about to make an iron hoe as well, but then I remembered that the guy said that usually water doesn't destroy the tilled land. So there you have it. That worked out perfectly, and really glad with how this turned out. And I actually, in that last episode, or which episode was it? I don't think it was last episode. It was the episode where I was going and I was exploring that abandoned mine shaft, and I lost all of the bread that I had. So now I get to have some more bread. And it's very nice. Very, very nice. Alright, so let's put this stuff upstairs and reward ourselves. Nom, 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 nom. That was delicious. Very, very delicious. So I do plan on making other auto type farms. I was going to do a mushroom farm before this update came out, but it's kind of pointless now that you can just apply some bone meal to a mushroom and just get a ton of mushrooms out of that. So don't think I'm going to need to do that, but I will make a auto wheat farm because I do plan on snazzing this place up, making some bookshelves. But for now, I'm going to see if I can make a second story, just like this farm, and see if I can get even more wheat. See if we can get like over a stack of wheat. And if I find it plausible, I will then show you guys how to build this. So I will see you guys in a little bit.